So I want to talk about getting your contractor's license for 2018 and how easy it is to get your license, and how contractors out here that have their license, existing contractors out here, that they're not willing to share the information that's needed to know to get your license. It's like, I don't know, it's like a lot of contractors out there are hush hush because they think you're going to become a rival or a competitor. I guess I really don't know. I know when I was coming up, I didn't find any friendly contractors out there that was willing to tell me, hey, you get your license this way. Hey, you get your license this way. And it's something easy you can do. Now, becoming a successful contractor is a totally separate topic, and we could get into that on another post. But and that all solely depends on your actions and the steps you take to become a successful contractor. But let's talk about getting your license. Getting your license is easier than you think. Okay. First off, there's a school tuition that you'll pay to any school to get your study course material, right? And most schools out here, I'm not gonna lie, most of these schools out here, mine included, we have the same type of material. It's all similar, okay? If a school has something totally different than what the majority of the schools have, then it's probably some nonsense stuff that you should not be intaking to prepare for the state exam, okay? But most likely, every school is going to have similar content material for you to prepare for the state exam. Now, what you pay for each school, it all depends on what school you go to, right? Now, what school you go to is all about preference, right? How that school makes you feel, right? And then also, too, it's pricing as well. Here at the Construction Entrepreneur School and Services, we have our course is $4.99, and then we also sell the textbook material for $149. Now, we only offer two options. And one option is you buy the course books, only the books. So if you're, some genius and you're just, possessing this wealth of knowledge to where you don't need to come to class, you don't need the CDs, the DVDs, the online tests, attend the classes. You just want the materials. You're going to read these books, study them in and out, research some more information you need, and then you're going to just sign up and take the test. Perfect. You can buy the course material from us, right? So now, once you call the school, now that's the biggest step right there. Calling the school is the biggest step in moving forward. The next biggest step after that is submitting your application, okay? Now, calling the school is simple. Call them. Ask some questions. Stop listening to everyone that's out here, out in the field, that don't have their license, that never made the call to a school. Stop listening to those people because they're going to steer you in the wrong direction, okay? They're going to add the negative that you don't need to hear when you're trying to become a licensed contractor. Call a school. Call us or call any school. Find out a little bit more about how to become a licensed contractor, what are the steps, how much it costs, how long does it take, and also too, without calling the school, you can watch our videos here on YouTube. Just select another video and you can see other videos where we cover every question that you have. But if you don't want to watch those videos, you just want to just talk to a human, give us a call and we will run you through the process. Now, there's a lot of schools out here that don't fully understand the process because they hire, cheap, admin clerks and and then they run down, verbally on the process. And when, the potential student calls and they got questions, a lot of times these people do not know how to answer them. Sort of like when you go to a White Cap or a Home Depot and it's an associate in that aisle, and they really are not familiar with the materials or doing the type of work, but they're trying to give you advice. And you can tell right off that they don't even know what they're talking about. Okay? So, call the school, get some information on how much this thing is going to cost. We lay it out. Getting your license is not expensive at all. It's actually will pay for itself in a matter of 6 months. If you're truly trying to contract, it will pay for itself. It will be free. Another thing that I want to throw out there that makes a lot of people hesitate is they talk to contracts and they say, hey, I'm thinking about, owning my own company. Is there any advice you can give me or any tips you want to give me? And I think one of the things that contractors or people that have talked to contractors share a lot is, oh man, the insurance cost is just too expensive. It's just too expensive for the insurance cost. So it costs a lot of money to maintain your contractor's license or to continue to do work out here. And true and false, okay? It all depends on what type of work you're doing, how busy you're staying, whether if your insurance costs will be costly, will be high. But most of the time, your jobs are paying for your insurance costs, okay? As long as you can land those jobs and cover that cost. Now, you do pay an upfront fee for your policy, just like any auto insurance policy, just like any, what else kind of policies that we get? Any umbrella insurance policies, life insurance policies. You pay a portion down and you pay a monthly amount. And that's how that goes with all your policies. They got workers' comp policies now where you pay as you go. So that week when you have payroll, you pay for that pay. You pay for the workers' comp during the time you got payroll. Makes it easy. General liability, you pay a percentage down depending on what you want to cover. Okay, you may want to have $2 million policy. Then you may pay, $600 to $900 down, starting out as a contractor, sometimes less, and then you pay the rest on the monthly payments. Now it's up to you to get out there and continue to find work. Now, if you don't find work and you got, commercial auto insurance, you got general liability insurance, you got workers' comp insurance, and then also too, you got your monthly bills. Well, if you're not making enough money to cover those costs, what does that cost become? It becomes expensive because you can't cover it. But it's really not expensive. It's $120. It's $160. It's $90. It's $99. Whatever the policy is, based on what you want to cover, that's what the monthly amount would be. But it all becomes expensive when you're not bringing in the work to cover the costs. Okay? You got to bring in that work. So next time that contractor say, hey, the insurance cost is expensive, ask them, are you bidding your jobs correctly? Are you including this amount in your overhead? If you are, then why is it expensive? Right? Now, sometimes, depending on, how many people have got hurt on your jobs within your company, your mod rate goes up, and that also makes it expensive. So if you don't have no safety policy in place and people are constantly getting hurt, your mod rate is going to go up, and you're going to pay more for workers' comp. You're going to pay more for every insurance, okay? So that's another thing. It costs to do business. Plain and simple. It costs to do business. But if you can predict, if you can foresee, where you need to go, where your company needs to be, what is the next move, then you're going to be successful at this. Okay? Construction is a lot of risk. You can't take that away from it. It's a lot of risk. Okay? So, call the school, find out more information. Once you sign up for a school, this is what a lot of students do. They set down the material in the backseat of their truck on their dining room table and leave it there. And I think the reason why is because there's so much content to consume. You know, you're getting two books, you're getting 2 DVDs, 2 CDs. You're giving online tests. You got to attend class, and it takes a person a while to digest, that next step. How am I to consume this information, right? And then retain this information. And you have to realize, you have to understand yourself. How do you retain information? How do you study? Oh, excuse me. How do you study? What's the best way for you to learn? How are you going to absorb this information? Just because you come to class and you come to a live class doesn't make you learn more, okay? It doesn't. You studying on your own helps you to learn more. You taking the online test help you to learn more. So you taking these tools that we give you helps you to learn more. A lot of people come to class, and this is one of the reasons why we stopped doing live classes. A lot of people come to class, it's after work. A lot of people are already tired. They get into class and they fall asleep, or they don't show up. That's how it goes. That's why we do online classes now. It makes it easier for our students to attend. And we have seen a higher attendance rate now that our classes are online. And our online classes are different than just me talking about a generic online class. I'm talking about actually doing video. It's live video courses, okay? Live video courses where you can ask the instructor everything that you need to know about anything the topic is about, right? So it's live video, and you can turn your video off and just have audio, or you can leave your video on and watch the instructor and see everyone else that's in the class as well. It's pretty awesome, right? It is pretty awesome. Love it. I love it. So next step is once you call the school, find out this information. If you sign up, you do. If you sign up, you don't. I think on average, it probably takes a student about 3 months from the time they call to signing up to a school. They keep going back and forth, and it takes about 3 months average to sign a student up, for you to sign up to a school, okay? Maybe you can beat those odds. I'm not sure. Next is filling out the application. That is a tough one here. A lot of people think they can do it themselves, and they get their application rejected, which adds more time to the process. Have someone that's experienced help you fill out the application. It doesn't hurt. Even if you're not with a school and you're filling out the application, pay the $100, pay the $75, whatever the person charges to help you fill out your application. And that way, you have someone reviewing it. You have someone helping you put in this information, because you can put the wrong information in there, feel it's the right thing to put in there, and get your application denied. You don't want to do that, okay? So get the application, and then you start to get your test date, and then you take your test. Happiest day of my life, taking the test, and you become a licensed contractor, okay? The payouts, okay? First you pay, you will realize first you're going to pay the school tuition, and then usually in about 30 days you can do your application, okay? And then once you do your application, then you pay the money to the state board. Now mind you, there's time frames in between all this. You don't have to plop down $1,200 all at once, okay? You pay this stuff in increments and installments. It's different things due at different times, okay? The state board don't want you to pay the whole money all up front, so you got time to come up with this money, okay? So know that it's not that tough, it's not that difficult. So I'm gonna let you go with this. I'm going into an event with the with the Council Supply for Diversity event today at 4 in Escondido City Hall. So I'm gonna let you go with that, but if you got any questions, you got any concerns, give us a call, give us a holler, ring us up, and we're going to help you. And we're going to help you move forward. Even if you just call us just to get information and then go to another school. That's fine. So check out some of our courses, estimating courses, blueprint reading courses, and check out our videos, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you like. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for your time. Thank you.